This is what the interior looks like while you're driving. It is easy on the eyes. I don't mind lights that are kind of bright, so I do have the brightness level up, but you can lower them down quite a bit. The screen over here for the navigation is blacked out, so it's not overly bright. None of the screens are really the brightest things. Are these backlit buttons over here. The screens aren't really an issue for me as far as the brightness, even at a very bright, level. So those are the low beams on the fence, the light pattern, the cutoff. There's a little shadow there as well, and I think the technical term is a notch. I've been using shadow or notch, but I think some manufacturers call it an actual notch for the oncoming traffic. Anti-glare notch is what they call it. So there's the high beams, there's the low beams, and we'll see what it looks like. So put it on automatic, and then there's automatic high beams. There we go. Usually on Hyundais they're pretty good about the automatic high beams, but not always. The Palisade, I think it had a problem with the front camera or something. Even it's weird because, it's an outlier as far as the automatic high beams for Hyundais. It was actually very bad, but this one, we'll see how it goes. Not a lot of traffic on the road, which is good for the light viewing here, for the headlight pattern. Put it on low beams manual so we can see. So as we go down this little bit of a hill, you'll see that there's a shadow, and there's a car coming, so that shadow should line up with that car. There we go. Yeah, seems like it's lining up right on the oncoming lane. So that way avoids the variations in the road and also the glare on the road. So they get spared from the bright light. Okay, so there's the high beams. We're going. It's a little bit darker up here, but that's what it looks like here in this area. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Now we have two projectors on each side, and they overlap, and so far it's looking pretty good. Both the brightness is good, but also the pattern itself, and that's a big deal. Like, some vehicles have a great pattern, but the brightness isn't. It's not very bright headlights, In this case, so far it looks like the brightness in the pattern is looking pretty good. Okay, good. Automatic high beams work then. Okay, so they should turn on now. Okay, so perfect. Alright, so this is pretty dark, and the trees are off the road a little bit, so we can see how far the light projects down the road, but also on the sides of the road. And it's looking pretty good. It's quite a bit brighter close to the vehicle, so it fades out. The distance fades out, but not that bad. It's enough brightness at the furthest distance there to drive safely. Also, that shadow is not causing a problem. Sometimes it wanders over. It is actually on this side of the road right now, but it's not a big deal. It's not actually causing a problem. Okay, so the shadow notch is now on the other side. We'll see how okay, so the automatic high beam is working good right now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see those trees in the distance. I can see the road nicely. There's not any patching. The four lights overlap enough to where there's not patchiness on the road. And we have both the low beams on still, but then we add the high beams, and so that helps out with the overall brightness, but also the additional light up above the low beam cutoff. And the height of the high beams seems pretty good as well, because like, we're on flat roads right now, but if you're on hilly roads and you're going up and down hills, that additional height could help out. So like, you know, this is like considered a hill around here. It's like nothing. It's super flat. And relatively straight roads, that's another thing. But yeah, I'm impressed with these headlights. I do like them. And automatic high beams are working fine right now. So yeah, I think these are good. These are not like the best headlights or anything, but they're certainly adequate for sure. And nice bright LEDs, working good. Let me know what you think in the comments.